This is Rostra, the St. Theodore Guerin Junior Classical League podcast, where we bring the lessons of classical study into the light for the benefit of all. So welcome back to Rostra. We've got Saran Wagner here with us, and Saran is one of our first-year Latin students, which is always so cool to see our first-year students getting involved. We've had the last couple of episodes, we've had some second-year students. And Saran picked a topic that, I'm going to want to know why you picked this topic, Saran, because, wow, this gets a lot of people's attention. You picked a topic having to do with Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, or Marcus Antonius, and Cleopatra. So what on earth led you to that topic?
Honestly, I just chose a random topic and Googled it, and it kind of caught my eye because when I briefly looked at it, I found it was just there was a lot going on. There was drama.
For you to say there was drama is an understatement, because I want to tell you there's so much drama that in fact the great William Shakespeare wrote a play about all this stuff. There was a mega movie back in the 1960s that was a blockbuster movie about this kind of stuff. So you're right, there's a lot of drama here. So, all right, real quickly, who are these people? These are names that we all hear about, but who are they?
Julius Caesar was a big emperor in Rome.
Okay, now actually I'm going to cut in there for just a second, because we actually had on another episode, I think it was episode 1, where J.C. Klink was talking about that. Technically, Julius Caesar wasn't an emperor. He died right before the empire, but he led to the emperor.
That's what he meant. He led.
He led into it. So okay, so tell us a little bit more about these people.
And Mark Antony, he was a Roman general who considered Julius Caesar to be a mentor, and then I believe he became an emperor too.
Again, not an emperor, but certainly one of the leaders right before the time of the empire. Exactly.
There's some sources said he was an emperor, other sources just.
Yeah, technically, no, he was actually not an emperor. Yeah.
And Cleopatra, I think we probably all know her. She's the one most famous Egyptian pharaoh.
Absolutely, right. And everybody thinks about her. You think about Egypt, you think about Cleopatra, you think about Cleopatra, you think about Egypt, right? So they go together. But some people may find this odd because you've got Caesar and Antonius. And by the way, let's just clear that up for everybody. The guy's name is Marcus Antonius. And sometimes in English, we just call him Mark Antony. These guys are Romans, right? That's Italy. What's this woman from Egypt got to do with their story?
I think it was because he wanted to. Antony originally wanted to avenge a big loss Julius Caesar had.
Yes.
Because it was so he tried to get allies, and then he met with Cleopatra to I believe he wanted to launch an expedition and wanted to find sources of funding. So he asked people, including Cleopatra.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's right on. So, it's funny for us today, say in the United States, you think about, we get a lot of our oil for gasoline from the Middle East, countries in the Middle East, right? That we're so focused on that. For the Romans, they got so much of their grain to make bread from Egypt. So what the Middle East is to us with regard to oil, really Egypt was for the Romans. So there's a huge relationship there. And you're exactly right. Caesar had suffered a huge military defeat. His friend Mark Antony wanted to avenge that and getting some help there from the Egyptians. So, okay, no offense, but there are times when something happens to somebody and I may feel bad for them, but I don't feel the need to help get revenge for it. What was the connection between Antonius and Caesar? Were they particular friends, or what's the deal there?
I think Antony looked up to Caesar a lot, and then wanted to gain a lot of favor from him. So I believe that's why.
Well, yeah, and actually before we started recording, you were even using another expression with me. You said that Caesar really kind of performed sort of almost like a mentor sort of role.
Yeah.
For
Antony. I'm
Antony.
not sure whether I mentioned that on there.
Yeah. So they're in the army, And that's something else I think a lot of people may not always think about with Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was an army guy. And so here's Mark Antony, an army guy. And so they were very, very close. Caesar counted on Mark Antony a lot. Antony certainly learned much from Caesar, and so I think you're right to use that phrase, consider him something of a mentor. Did you find out anything in your research about any kind of relationship between Julius Caesar and Cleopatra?
A lot.
Oh, you found out a lot, did you? Okay, now we got to remember that this is an educational podcast, right? This is a school podcast. I hope you didn't find out anything that was too terribly inappropriate, but we probably got to just say, hey, we want to make sure we keep this PG-13 here. What did you find out about Caesar and Cleopatra?
I found out that, like, after, like, meetings, like, the city of Tarsus, he, like, I mean, this was, like, she entered, when she entered to meet and Cleopatra met Antony, it was like this whole scene, like there was like it was like extravagant, and then Antony was just like stunned, like it was like admiring it, and then sometime after that they started like this love affair for like some reason.
Now when you say they started a love affair, who are the they?
Okay, Antony and Cleopatra.
Yes.
I just didn't clarify that.
What about Caesar and Cleopatra?
I don't think they were really.
There is some evidence. There's some evidence that they might have been in a relationship too.
Well, it's not really like confirmed though.
Yeah, and then what we really think about is the big relationship with Mark Antony. So, okay, so you've got this Roman general, and he's falling in love with this woman who is really in the role of Pharaoh of Egypt, right? She's leader of Egypt. Did you come across anything about how the Roman people reacted to that?
I didn't really find anything about like how but I kind of doubt it's very positive, because like I've noticed that they largely kept like their meetings like in under wraps, like they met at night and they kind of like tried to like hide whenever they were together. Very
keen observation. You pulled that out exactly right. This was not popular. And in the ancient world, I mean, really, there was an expectation. If you're Roman, you marry Roman, right? If you're from Athens, Greece, you marry an Athenian, right? You're Egyptian, you marry Egyptian. And for Antony to be involved in this relationship with a not just a foreign woman, but also a foreign leader, right? I mean, you think about that. Can you imagine how Americans would react if a president of the United States were found to be dating somebody, say, from a terrorist organization? People would freak out, right? I mean, you're the American president. How can you do that, right? And then people had that reaction with Antony and Cleopatra. So what did you find out? I've got to ask, because I'm imagining you came across this. Did you find out how their lives ended? Shall we put it that way?
I believe they ended up going with like former allies. Like tensions grew between like them, like Rome and like some of like former allies. I'm not so sure which ones specifically. But it was like it grew into like a whole war, and then Antony and Cleopatra both ended up just taking their lives, like kind of like Romeo and Juliet style, like sometime during the war.
Yes, that is exactly right. That is exactly right. So, you mentioned Romeo and Juliet, which is entirely correct, right? It's this star-crossed lovers sort of thing, right? And so, yeah, they take their own lives. And of course that makes for just really great drama, right? Really great tragedy, which is why we said, Shakespeare wrote about this. There was a huge movie. We mentioned about it. Interestingly enough, a little fact for you, the first time that an actor was ever paid $1 million for a role in a movie was the movie Cleopatra, with Elizabeth Taylor playing the role of Cleopatra. She got $1 million for that role, which back in the 1960s, that was huge money. I mean, that was insane. But we've always been fascinated by this story, right? These people from different cultures, and they fall in love, and then it turns out really badly. So what else did you find as you think about this being a podcast, and people are going to listen to this? What would you like anybody to know that you found out? You say, hey, that was a really interesting little fact, or maybe something I didn't know, or just kind of something strange. What did you find?
I did find this one fact. I believe that's like a kind of like an anecdote from like when Antony and Cleopatra's little like their adventures. Like once like they were like out like fishing, like kind of, but like I guess they weren't very good.
Yeah.
So I believe it was like Antony who like tried to like. She like kind of like paid people to like make him look good, and it kind of I think Cleopatra knew, and it kind of backfired.
And we laugh at that, right? But I mean, how often do we go out of our way, right, to make ourselves look good, right, in social media and stuff like that?
I'm kind of guilty of that, like too. Like
we all are. And what's interesting is that human beings haven't changed, right? I mean, this is 2,000 years ago we're talking about. And they had the same situations there. So very, very cool. Anything else you want to throw in there?
Nothing really, except for the fact that like, wow, it was like a lot. It was like it was just like I did not know I did not know Cleopatra or Mark Antony was like ever like in that kind of relationship like at all.
Gotcha. Well, that I will tell you, once you find out about it, you kind of want to dig a little bit more. And at some point, I will tell you, if you want to start reading some Shakespeare or go check out that movie, that would certainly be worth your time. Well, Saran, we sure appreciate having you on the show. That's been great. We look forward to perhaps having you back another time. Thank you for listening to Rostra. You may check out all our episodes on Spotify and follow us on social media at GarinJCL. That's at GuerinJCL.